Hi guys, hope you're having a great week so far. I'm going to quickly walk you through what we need to complete for our descriptive writing module. This is weeks 4 to 5. So hopefully you are all keeping up okay. Just a reminder, there's no late work in the course. So if you missed an assignment, let it go and just focus on the current module materials. Try not to miss any more in the future and you should be fine. This is our descriptive writing module. So our essential questions for this unit: how can I use language to bring people, places, and moments alive for an audience? And what makes writing more vivid, interesting, and powerful overall? So what we want to do in this unit is understand what makes descriptive writing work. And that means looking at specific diction, that's word choice, and eliminating vague or overused words from our formal writing. Okay, so I gave you a handout last week called Dead Words, and it's a little bit juvenile in its tone. I'm sorry for that, but it's a useful way to improve your diction. So if you look on your comments for your essay and it said check out that diction helper handout, take a look at that, especially for this unit, because you're going to be graded on your word choice, and that can really help you out if you're needing to improve. We also want to understand what techniques and strategies produce effective descriptive writing through looking at model essays. That means you're going to be doing another compare and contrast reading response. And then finally, we're going to create powerful, clear descriptive writing pieces for a variety of purposes. So I like to leave kind of how you do this descriptive writing piece up to you, because we have a lot of different walks of life. We have a lot of different educational goals. We have a lot of different interests in the class. So I like to give you some choice in that. For this descriptive writing, you're going to have the option to do a more creative piece if you want to kind of emulate the ones that are in your textbook. You could also do something like a Yelp review or an online business review or even a college review, something like that. If you want to be more practical, if you're focusing on career, you could do something like a letter of recommendation for someone else or even for yourself if you need to do that. So there are a lot of options in here, but you want to just be sure that you are internalizing all of the skills that are covered in the chapter so that when you go to write your descriptive essay, you are showcasing all of those techniques that the textbook is covering and that the model essays are showcasing. All right, so for week 4, you are going to read chapter 15 in Models for Writers. So you all have the books by now. You can read those in your Kindle or ebook version or in the print version. Your discussion for week 4 is called Sensory Experience. It's a little bit hippy-dippy, sorry, but I like it. I like reading them, and a lot of people like doing them. You're basically going to go and sit for 5 minutes, if you can, by yourself. In my life, this is kind of impossible to do, but close your eyes and focus on your other 4 senses, meaning hearing, scent, touch, and taste, and write a paragraph about that, because we tend to just narrate through what we see most often, and you can really make your writing more powerful if you focus on the other sensory details. That's the idea behind that. Your quiz is on Models for Writers Chapter 15 and the online pages. Be sure that for your quiz, you view the video on active and passive voice. And then your writing for week 4 is another compare contrast reading response. Before you go to write this, I urge you, please look at the comments in your narrative reading response, because generally, if you are making a mistake in your narrative reading response, you don't want to repeat that in the descriptive response. And I did go through and make comments on that. To get those, you're going to go to your grades tab, and you're going to click on the assignment for your narrative reading response, and you can view my comments. You're going to click view comments for that. Email me with any questions on how to do that if you haven't before. For week 5, we are focusing on diction and tone. Diction is a fancy word for word choice, and tone, of course, means the general mood or overall feeling. How do we create that? And that's what chapter 11 is all about. Your discussion is a descriptive writing topic blast, so that's intended to help you pick a topic for your own essay. Your quiz will be on chapter 11 on diction and tone. Okay, so be sure that you read that carefully in addition to the content pages. And then your writing, as I said before, you have some choice in that. So take a look at the materials on how to either write an online review or do a descriptive writing that's a bit more creative. Know that these descriptive essays are going to be peer-reviewed. So if it's very personal and you don't want anybody else to read it, don't write about that topic this week, because you will be randomly assigned a peer reviewer. And I will talk more about that next week, 2 weeks from now when your peer review is due. All right, that's just your general review. So please, if you have any questions, email me, text me.